What are some of the biggest lessons you've learned about yourself as a leader? Um, I have learned that things that there's things that sort of affect me. There's things that set me off. I've learned what those things are, and they bother me, and they will continue to bother me, and I will continue to have negative responses from them. But simply understanding them and working on myself, and I'm able to see that, feel the trigger, or whatever, and detach myself from it. Um, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that it has stopped bothering me. Those things, they always will. I think there's things in life that bother everyone. It will always will. It's kind of like a relationship, with a significant other. At first you're in love, so nothing matters, right? It's all great. You're trying really hard to impress each other and be together and overlook things. But then over after a while, for a decade or so, you know, there's things that you do that annoy the crap out of them, and vice versa. And it just comes down to a point where, do you respect that person enough? Do you love that person enough to uh, realize the shortcomings in yourself of those things? And I'm talking about a good relationship. I'm not talking about one where one is maybe abusive or whatever. We're not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. Being a leader is very similar to that. You can't just go through people. Because you'll wind up being alone after a while. You have to work on those relationships with those people that you work with, you work for. Maybe it's employees, maybe it's clients, whatever it is, customers. Um, and I think that's where that humility comes into play. You have to work on that. You have to continue to hone that edge of humility. And it's a spectrum, right? We all operate sometimes without it, and sometimes we operate with it. And it's a real thing. I think it's important to being an effective leader, because there's two ways to lead people. One way is to uh, lead with like a sense of fear, I guess, where they do what you say, um, and it's sort of like you pushing people, or instructing people. And then there's the other way, which is you they follow you because you are someone that they respect, and someone that they want to be like and emulate and learn from, and they want to go where you're going. They can see that you've set goals and you're working towards them in a positive way, and they want to be part of that. Sometimes it takes both, right? But I think the latter, being that good leader that people respect and want to follow, is far more rewarding, and I think it's where everyone wants to be.